West Central Europe. Impact of living below sea level. Nearly 1/4 of the Netherlands lies below sea level. What kinds of efforts have the Dutch made through history to keep their country from flooding? Wooden shoes and turning windmills. You might think of them as quaint and charming objects associated with the Netherlands, but actually they're more than just charming objects. They're tools that symbolize the age-old efforts of the people of this land to stay dry. The Netherlands, sometimes known as Holland, is located in northwestern Europe and is bordered by Germany to the east, Belgium to the south, and the North Sea to the west and north. It's a small country, roughly the size of the state of Ohio. Two major rivers, the Rhine and Meuse, run through it. The word Netherlands means lowlands, and that name is very accurate. Nearly 25% of the country is below sea level. It's not surprising then that people here have fought battles against flooding for many centuries. Their earliest efforts, dating back to 500 BC, included building large, simple mounds of sod and debris to prevent villages from being flooded. By the Middle Ages, the Dutch, as people of the Netherlands are called, had larger engineering projects in mind. They built large walls called dikes to surround vast areas of land. Windmills were used to pump out the water, leaving dry land called polders behind. Over time, the windmills, and eventually the electric pumps that replaced them, combined with some 1,500 miles of dikes, have reclaimed more than 2,500 square miles of land from the sea. The clogs, in the meantime, have come in handy too. They've kept Dutch farmers' feet dry in the soggy fields. But although their closeness to the water has challenged the Dutch for centuries, it has also brought them prosperity. During the 1600s, Holland's golden age, its location helped make this tiny nation one of the most powerful and wealthy in the world. From its ports, Dutch ships set sail to chart and colonize wide areas of the globe and return with goods from around the world. Amsterdam, the country's capital, became a great center of trade and culture. Dutch artists like Vermeer, Rembrandt, and later Van Gogh became some of the most influential in Europe. The Netherlands remains a prosperous country today. The country continues to be a gateway for trade between Western Europe and the rest of the world. The cargo port of Rotterdam, for example, is one of the world's largest and busiest. Easy access to clean water also helps the Dutch farming industry, one of the most productive in the world. Even so, the fact that a large segment of the Netherlands is below sea level has continued to have an impact on the people living there. In 1953, they got a tragic taste of just how powerful the sea can be when a number of dikes gave way under strong winds and spring tides. Whole villages were wiped out, 300,000 people were left homeless, and nearly 2,000 people were killed in the flood. As a result, the Dutch banded together once again to reclaim and protect their land from the sea with a massive engineering plan called the Delta Project. To prevent flooding, they closed off the mouths of the Rhine and Meuse rivers and installed floodgates in their coastal estuaries to control storm surges and high tides. Today, the Dutch continue to thrive from its proximity to water and also to cope with its possible hazards. To help prevent future catastrophes, the Dutch are preparing upgrades to dikes and pumping stations and are prepared to invest billions of dollars to control the tides. It seems the age-old battle to keep the Netherlands dry is not over yet. Would you say that proximity to the sea has been more of an advantage or disadvantage for the people of the Netherlands? Why?